Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Entrepreneurial Web. We're live from NYC here with Kevin Herson, the owner of Doc Herson's, an absinthe producer here in New York City.
Yes, sir.
We asked the question at the beginning, what is behind the spirit of an entrepreneur? And apparently it has something to do with chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
You're educated. Slightly. That one threw me for a ringer. No, kidding.
Wait, talk the compliment, Jeremiah.
I complimented your beard enough, okay? Damn, I didn't know you were an egomaniac like me. Talk about your education then and how that played a part in you,
sure.
You know, starting with wine and restaurants, but like leading to you learning how to distill and not burn your house or your beard down.
Seriously, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, like I mentioned, I have a lot of chemistry and biochemistry background. And I use that, obviously. Distilling is really basically chemistry 101.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing really that complicated about it.
Besides open fire and flammable liquids.
Exactly. And, combustible liquids and everything.
NYPD dealers love you.
Oh, they absolutely. Oh, don't get me started on that whole thing. We need like a week radio show for that thing.
Della's got an electric kitchen, and I was like, guys,
you got to pay him $50 a year for put a candle on your freaking table permit.
It's more like $250. I finally got rid of candles. I got electric ones now because I was sick of it. Was just like, there's no fire in here, guys, and they're still like breathing down my neck. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Just don't put out my address if we rip on the fire department.
Well, at the end.
Right, exactly, when I leave.
You have a tasting room, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Zoe? How you doing?
So you're talking about the
chemistry background.
Yeah,
how that? Where did you like go to college for chemistry?
I did go to college. Yes,
do tell.
All my undergrad is all in like biochemistry, athletic training, all the types of stuff. Initially, I was huge into tennis, and I wanted to be on the professional tennis circuit, and
they were like, that beard is not aerodynamic enough. The ball's going to get caught in it.
Exactly. But so that moved me in, and I actually became a chiropractor. Was my career.
You are full of surprises.
Yes, sir. Free adjustments after the show.
Oh, nice.
Here.
You do inner thighs?
Yes, sir. Only yours.
Killing me. I hope Mike Lombardi's still watching.
Right. So I did that for a number of years. Then I got into sales, and then I got into finance when I came to New York 11 years ago.
I remember
trading
that.
floor in commodities.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Doing this as a hobby on the side, the distilling, but the chemistry, the cooking. I mentioned my family loves to cook, all the traveling, experiencing different food and culture, and working in the restaurant industry, all of that. I think there's a whole, like we said, the education part, the chemistry, yes, that science. You can even, look up stuff on YouTube. You can study textbooks, but I think there's a heck of a lot more to it than just the science, because, I mean, you ask any chef, the recipes they come up with is not purely scientific.
Right.
It's creative. It's innovative. So that was the chemistry side of things played a good foundation and was a good building block for what was to develop over the years and into the absinthe and the Amaro and all the liqueurs and other styles of absinthe we produce. So I think education, yes, but passion and just having a shit ton of fun is more important than that.
But also some of your other experiences, like selling commodities. I mean,
I sold commodities.
I sold
grains. I sold sugar.
I thought you were going to say toothpaste. I sold toothpaste.
Hogs, mate.
That's how I got into anise.
Right.
Craig, what's up? I see you. I'll read those articles. I swear. So you were doing sales. What other sales were you doing?
After chiropractic, I was in pharmaceutical sales. I sold drugs. Your favorite thing, Jeremiah.
This is all coming together. I see. Like chemistry, wine, sales, commodities, pharmaceuticals,
drugs.
But I guess pain relief in the chiropractic.
I sold pain relief drugs as well. And after the pharmaceuticals, I got into medical device sales. So I was selling spinal implants and all the rods and screws and metal components that go into your spine during surgery.
Yikes.
And then, like I say, then I came to New York. I got on the trading floor in commodities, brokering and trading coffee, sugar, cocoa. Then I landed up in an office, then back down on the trading floor in the crude oil and the natural gas world, and all the crazy coming to America story. With, not Trading Places. Sorry, Trading Places. Another great Eddie Murphy movie. Yeah, Trading Places. Exactly. Aren't they coming out with another Coming to America? Man, I heard.
My chef from Della is going to be in the sequel.
Oh, is that right?
No, but we joked about that. Yeah. We have that because he's from the Gambia.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's one of my favorite movies on the planet.
Yeah, always laughing about that.
So Trading Places, back to that. So when they're trading in the pits,
you are African.
I am African. Exactly. I'm actually African American. Yeah.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh my God. Put the absinthe away. What the hell's wrong with you, Jeremiah?
This is awesome. I love the way this show is carried. So the commodities trade is very interesting to me for you to get like, how did you plug that in? Because that's a little different than like hitting the street. How did you negotiate the two of those? Because they're both sales,
right?
But like completely different approaches. How did your experience selling commodities help you hitting the streets? And like literally, you had to go door to door. But it's a little different than selling vacuums because at least restaurants and bars, especially in New York, are constantly looking for that edge, that new thing, something attractive. It's always been a feature of the places that I run, that we highlight local people for a number of reasons. Obviously, we want to support. Like, I love the fact that a lot of you are using statewide grains. You're making it small batches, super intimate. You talk to our customers. You come into the places and you talk to them and represent on the highest level, which is a really important thing. But it's a distinguishing characteristic for my places as well. So it's like, you can only get this in a handful of places, and we're one of those. How did you apply your experience selling commodities? We're just like blanket, you know, like cocoa, you know, like
right.
That's huge, to very specific, small artisanal products. That's like, they're completely polar opposites.
Absolutely. It's a good question. I don't think there's any relationship, obviously, in what you're selling. Just as you pointed out, I'm selling contracts, paper contracts for sugar and cocoa and coffee versus actually selling something, a physical product. But I will tell you what commodities taught me, being on the trading floor and get my ass kicked.
Give me that fire.
Every single day, is to have thick skin, thicker than the Great Wall of China. Because this industry, the craft spirits industry, being so young and so new, there is a premium on some of the products. They're more luxury goods. So you're trying to sell above some of the local, you know, large corporate brands, who some of them make delicious products as well, but they can sell it for a heck of a lot better price than you can. So now you're trying to upsell. You, for example, and your cocktail is not going to cost $10. It's going to cost 12 or 14 bucks. So I think we do get a lot of pushback in this industry for a variety of reasons. And I think all the no's have pushed me to excel and just push and push and push and pound on doors to get the yes out of the 10 or 20 or 30 no's that I get. And the commodity business taught me, like, Jeremiah, you can tell me no 20 times. Unless, well, I shouldn't say you can tell me no. You can mess me around and tell me come back and this and that 20 times. I'd rather get, go fuck yourself, get out of here, we're not interested, as opposed to wasting my time or just say yes kind of thing. But we do get a lot of like, come back, or he's not here, or this or that. So I think the commodity angle has taught me just to be strong and keep going, man. And that's really what it is, because we talked about hitting the streets, pounding the pavement, starting this company with nothing, no marketing budget, anything, and just really being aggressive and really being, you know, super, super hungry and proactive
and you were on
to build this company.
The New York Stock Exchange floor.
Well, the commodity trading floor, which is New York, the NYBOT, New York Board of Trade, or the NYMEX. Similar idea, different building.
You must know from your wine past who Gary Vaynerchuk is and Wine Library TV.
Oh yeah.
Are you privy to what he's doing lately?
No.
Now he's so, you know, whatever. 12 years ago, I used to watch Wine Library TV because his wine reviews and his kind of unorthodox approach, which I've always enjoyed and taken myself. And then, you know, opening businesses and all that stuff, I just like didn't have time for anything like that. anymore. And then just recently, this guy, he like popped up in a YouTube feed. You know,
Right.
I was watching something else, and the dude, he's
Probably
now
said his name out loud and
you
they
know,
were
right?
spying on you.
No, it was a friend of mine sent me a Simon Sinek video just about the way you sell things, you know, and she
Sure.
was like, I feel like you would enjoy this. So I was like, okay, great, I'll watch it. And then like next up was Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm like, oh, what's this dude up to? And like, he owns a media company now. It's just like a few blocks from here. Like
Okay.
his company ran 3 of the Super Bowl commercials. Like,
Oh, wow.
dude done blown up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've always enjoyed the way he talks. Like just the sound of his voice really gets me pumped. But he said something in something I've watched of him recently, very similar to what you just said. And it's about not wasting your time trying to convince people. Like if
Sure.
you're not getting that engagement right away, move on.
Absolutely.
Like, don't waste your time. Don't turn a 7-minute meeting into a 30-minute meeting. As soon as you sniff it, there
Move on.
are people out there that want your product. And if you're
100%.
wasting your time trying to convince somebody that's on the fence or probably a no, you're missing the opportunity to
For
connect with
2,
somebody
3, 4,
who's
5
like
other
totally
people.
like money in hand, like
100%.
hungry, like you have food, I got cash and an empty stomach. Like just
Do it.
move on, man. Just
Sure.
move on. And it takes that thick skin and knowing like, oh my God, you have to have that fortitude to see that far down the road. Like
Absolutely.
it's down there.
You're
instead of,
knocking
like,
on a door because there's a fire in the hotel and you're trying to tell everybody. And if somebody starts having an argument with you saying, I don't believe you, there's a fire in the hotel.
bye-bye,
You're like,
right?
dude, I'm out of here, pal.
I got a
You're
beard
gonna
to
burn.
protect.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna go protect our beard. We're
Yeah.
gonna take one last short break. We'll be back with the interview. This is the Entrepreneurial Web.